the story begins, we see that there is a farmer who has an extreme faith in God, and the farmer's name was Lencho, who used to live on the crest of a low hill. Low hill ke bilkul top par he used to live over there, and he used to live there with his family, and he was a very happy person. His family was also very happy, and everything was going smooth in his life. As he was farmer, every year he used to work very hard and then wait for rainfall, so that if rain would be there, then he's obviously going to have good harvest. Like every year, this year also he was eagerly waiting for the rainfall to have good harvest, and he was also waiting for the wind. North wind, that as wind will pass, it's all obviously going to bring black clouds, and black clouds are going to bring rainfall. So whole day he was just looking on the sky, and he was just looking around for any, like if he get even a one type of symbol where he could actually think that it's going to rain. So as he was eagerly waiting for it in his farm, so his wife and children also asked him to come inside, but he was not, because he was so excited and was waiting for the rain badly. So as he was waiting, soon his prayers were listened and it started raining. As it started raining, he was jumping out of joy, and also said that these rains are going to give him lot of good harvest, and these rains are not rains but are coins, because they are going to give him money. So these were gold coins. But as he was very excited, and as he was dancing out of joy seeing the rainfall, soon the rainfall changed into hailstorm. Now what is hailstorm? When the weather is very harsh, and then you find the small balls of snow which starts falling, so that is your hailstorm. And then what happened? Lencho's hope soon turned into despair. Like he was very happy to see the rainfall, but as soon as the hailstorm started, he was completely in despair and completely disappointed, because now he knew that rain is good for his harvest, but hailstorm are going to destroy his crop. So that's why he was completely disheartened seeing that. And at the end, what happened? His whole field was destroyed by hailstorm. Now Lencho, who was so disheartened, he was not aware of what he's supposed to do. His crops were completely destroyed, he had no money, and he was not having any hope, and how he's going to survive, how he's going to survive from his and come out of this situation. So Lencho, he was a very positive person who always see positivity in everything. So he thought that there is nobody, not even a single person in this world who dies of starvation. Koi bhook se to marta hi nahi hai, you get something to eat. So that's why he thought that I am not going to die of starvation, I will again stand up, but I need a little help. And his last hope was none other than God. So as his last hope is God, so he wrote a letter to God. Now you will think that how a person can write a letter to God, and why a person would write a letter to God, knowing the fact that we don't know where God resides. We don't even know whether God is there or not. For us, God is what? For some people, God is like a statue. For some people, it is a book. But we don't know where the God is. Nobody has ever seen God. So that's why, as he has not seen God, but still he had a deep faith in God. अब हम में से भी किसी ने भगवान देखा नहीं है, but if I ask any person, everybody is going to say that yes, we go and do prayers in front of God. We ask several things from God. Okay, you go in your different temples and go and pray to God, even knowing the fact that you have not seen God. Now similarly, as we have deep faith in God and we go and ask for things and we pray in front of God, similarly Lencho also wrote a letter to God. So in his letter, he first of all greeted God, and then he asked for 100 pesos. Pesos is what? It is basically a currency which is used in Latin American countries. So it is a type of currency. So he asked God to send 100 pesos. That would be enough for him to survive for a year, and also to have a new crops again, to grow up new crops again. So that's why he asked for 100 pesos. Now, when he packed the letter, on the top of it, on the envelope, he wrote to God. Now, when he wrote to God, and then he went to the post office in order to deposit the letter and ask the employees to deliver it to God. Now, as there was no address, so post office employees also, they were amused, and they also laughed over him, that why this person is coming and writing letter to God, and to whom we are supposed to deliver. There is no God at all. So first of all, they laughed at him that this is a very funny person. And then post office employees gave the letter to the postmaster, the head of the post office. Now when he hold the letter and he decided, he was very curious to see what was inside, कि किसी ने भगवान को letter लिखा and what they have written in that letter. So as postmaster was very curious, so he opened the letter, and when he read the letter, he realized that Lencho was in a very bad condition and he badly needed a help. So as he badly needed a help, post office employees, including postmaster, they decided to help out Lencho. Now how they helped out Lencho? They all collected a pool of money. थोड़ा पैसे सबने दे दिए, whatever they could afford, they have given it, and then they put it in an envelope, and on the top of it they have written by God and gave it to Lencho. Now to this, although all the employees have given up, contributed their part of money, but they were only able to collect 70 pesos. But what Lencho has demanded? He demanded 100 pesos. So when Lencho got the letter, he was extremely angry. What happened? Why God has not sent me 100 pesos? I needed 100, and that is the amount with which I could actually fulfill my live a normal life for an year. So as he was very angry, he again writes a letter to God. Again he writes, sitting in the post office only, he writes a letter to God, and in that letter, he asked God to send the money next time directly to him. So he says that God send money directly to me, because not through these post office employees, because these employees are bunch of crooks. Bunch of crooks होता है criminals. So bunch of criminals means bunch of crooks. कि ये सब के सब criminals हैं. So please do not give money to them. Rather give money to me directly. And that's what he does. He again writes a letter for rest of the money. Now see here, when he is again writing a letter to God for asking the rest of the money, and then he says, please send me directly. This thing shows that Lencho had a blind faith in God. He was not only expecting that God will reply, but he was also very sure that God is going to send him money, which shows that Lencho had a very deep faith in God. And that's the reason the post office employees, why they decided to help him, because they also knew that Lencho is very true person and very kind and innocent person who has deep faith in God, and these post office employees did not want to shaken the belief of Lencho. वो उसके belief को shake नहीं करना चाहते थे. They wanted that his belief should actually remain as it is. That's why they decided to help him. On the other side, what Lencho did was really wrong. The people who helped, he is calling them criminals because of his blind faith. Let us see more about the characters of the story.